Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hi.
to our weekly show that is getting more and more weekly.
It's great. It's a great trend.
You know, we're just trying to be here. Although, I will probably not be in next week's video because I'm going on vacation.
Oh,
So, that'll
to
be
me.
nice. It's up to you and Austin, maybe.
the Lily and Austin show.
Although, I don't know. I'll be back for the end of the week. So maybe we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see what
yeah.
happens. But you were out of the office for a little while.
Yeah.
You went on some adventures.
It's been a hot minute.
Yes.
I went to California. Got to see some nice beaches.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I went to Las Vegas. Not as many beaches.
None.
None. Lots of lights. The lights are pretty.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to do some mailbag. I've got some mailbag questions.
You got mailbag questions?
Yeah, not a lot. We could still use more mailbag questions. But before we'll get to those at the end of the show. But we'll just start out with a little bit of catching up on what we've been working on. Lily, what have you been up to lately?
Lots of GenCon prep work.
Yes.
Things are getting close, and we need to order a lot of things.
Like what? What do we need to order?
Walls.
Walls.
Chairs, tables, lighting, patches, flooring, everything.
So what makes this GenCon different from previous year's GenCon for IV?
Yeah. So this year we have an event room, which is like a private space just for us to host all of our events. We actually have, I think it's like 132 events for GenCon. And 96 of them are already full. So there's only a few left if you want to join one of our events in the event room.
That seems like a lot of events.
Yeah. That spreadsheet was crazy.
What are people able to do with these events?
Most of them are demo games, so you can play one of our games with someone teaching you how to play, so that's nice. And it's a full-length game. Some events are more about hanging out with the community, so you can come and like peruse our new patches, customize your apparel, and then some other fun events that I will not spoil yet.
Oh, all right. One question I have been getting a lot is what games will we have? Like, will Brink be there? Will Tend be there? Will Realm of Reckoning be there? Scales of Fate?
Great
What
question.
are we going to have?
So for the events specifically, we have Tend and Brink, and then our main catalog, Moonraker's Veil of Fate, Righteous Sky, Mythic.
Okay.
There's a Mythic Mischief tournament that is still open. There's a lot of slots left, and it's a cash prize.
Cash prize.
Pretty good cash prize too.
What's the cash prize? Did we announce
First
that
place
yet?
is $400.
$400?
Second, $300. Third, $200, and fourth is $100. It's pretty good.
That's pretty
and
good.
There's only 4 people sign up right now, so they're automatically.
So all those people are going to get some money. So you should sign up
Just saying.
at GenCon. So GenCon will be after Realm of Reckoning campaign.
I think we'll have a prototype people
well,
will see, right?
Yeah, we'll have a
But
prototype.
not to play.
Yes, not to play, because it'll be more about the games that you can actually buy at
Mm-hmm.
GenCon.
The new GenCon games.
And the new GenCon games, which are Graft and Time to Panic and Pillars of Fate, which is kind of,
It matches the vibe. This is a small box game.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. Am I running all of these events?
Just you.
Just me.
132
back to back
Yep.
to back.
No breaks.
No
You're gonna
breaks.
have no voice.
It's fine. I don't need breaks. That's what coffee's for.
No, I got you. I got 10 volunteers.
10 volunteers. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a great time. But yeah, lots of work to be done between now and
Lots
then.
of work.
I'm excited about these tables.
They look really good.
Yeah, we got some custom-made tables.
Mm-hmm.
They're made of wood.
Of course. Classic.
And they're gonna be nice. But then we'll also have our main floor booth as well.
That's also changing.
That's also changing?
Yeah.
Well,
So
this
we
is
usually
news to me.
have. Oh.
I like it. This is great. Is this just a little meeting that we're having?
I guess so. A catch-up meeting.
Yeah, Sam and Lily have been working hard on GenCon. I've been working hard on other things. So this is great. I
We're all
get to catch
doing
up.
those
You get to
separate
catch up.
projects.
Yeah.
So the GenCon booth we usually have, it's like that, almost like Apple Store vibe with the giant wooden walls, 5 big TVs, 2 big tables in the front. I think we're gonna do more of an enclosed space, almost. I think Sam's trying to make it more like a tree trunk vibe, or almost like foresty vibe.
Oh,
We're not sure yet,
okay.
but changing it up a little bit.
I like it. Can't wait to see what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Well, I've been working on Realm of Reckoning content. So we posted a video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a nice overview video. Also recorded and finished a video that's going to be in the Dice Tower, their summer release Dice-a-thon video. It's not called that. I keep forgetting what it's called.
You call it Dice-a-thon every single time.
I do, but it's a cool name. Maybe it'll stick. And so yeah, finished that up. Took some photos today, so we got some social content to go out as we go. Lily was just able to see our prototype here for the very first time.
Yeah, it's my first time seeing it. I love these little masks.
The little dials.
Yeah, it's so fun.
There's a close-up picture I just posted today on Instagram. But yeah, we were just discussing how we feel about them. There's like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little gap in there, and I'm trying to decide if I like the gap or want to. Maybe we'll make these dials just a hair bigger, so that way they have a little bit more clearance. If you're not familiar with Realm of Reckoning, these are used to vote or to set your bid secretly in Realm of Reckoning during reckonings. And if you win a reckoning, you can get like monuments and other big prizes and stuff. But
I was questioning the 4 on the left side. Would someone bid 41?
It is possible
so
to
high.
bid 49 would be the highest you can dial in on this thing. I have seen into the 30s.
Wow.
So I was like, I might as well, you don't want, if you're going hard, I mean, it's definitely possible to, I mean, there are 5 tracks, and the tracks are only just one of the ways that you can vote.
Right.
And so like if you got up on all of the tracks, just the tracks themselves, 5 times 8 is 40. I mean, I'm not sure if you could actually. You just like basically if you just voted 0 the entire game and then save them all. For the very last one, you could get into the 40s.
That'd be epic.
So I wouldn't recommend that. That sounds like a very bad strategy. But yeah.
You could do it.
Yeah. And then the other thing I've been working on is our game for the fall winter. So we starting up some public playtests of that pretty soon.
Discord.
Yes, in the Discord. So go there. Maybe as soon as next week. We'll see. I mean, it's early, so it's like all temp art, and then working with our illustrators and our designers on the game to get a ton. There's just so much illustration assets for this. They're coming along very, very well. I'm very excited. But we talked about this a little bit before, and I think I was a little confusing about it before, but
I'm sorry.
You're blowing up right now.
I know, I'm so popular right now.
I like
of all times.
Is it the weather? The weather people call me all the time about the tornadoes.
Oh, it could be a tornado.
So I get like flash flood warnings.
I think it
just
started storming outside and I heard the rain.
It did, yeah. But no, so we've got our co-op deck builder coming out at the end of the year. Realm of Reckoning is in the summer, so June 24th on Kickstarter.
Zach, you're nonstop. You keep going.
Keep going. This is why I'm going on vacation though, because
he needs it.
I'm tired.
Where are you going?
Going to Mexico. Mayacoba it's like north of Cancun. So very excited to go. Okay, mailbag time.
Yeah.
I've got some questions on my phone here. You can always leave questions for us in the YouTube comments. They can be about our games, or they can just be about anything that you want. So,
anything you want to know about us.
Anything you want to know. All right. First up, we got Madmark 118. What games have each of you played recently that surprised and or impressed you?
Oh, man.
I've got one, so you think while
okay,
I'm going.
You go first.
Played the Lord of the Rings trick-taking game. It's like a co-op trick-taking game, and it kind of like walks you through, I think it's the Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game is like maybe the official title, because it takes you through the narrative of Fellowship of the Ring. I thought it was just so pleasant, so well done. I loved the like deck system of like, you're going through different chapters and they tell you what to do. I got a lot of inspiration for it for our co-op deck builder that we're doing in the fall. I just thought it was a really nice system to carry you through the lore and kind of introduce new characters. And it was fun. I played it with my family. They we grew up playing euchre and hearts and tons of trick takers. So, so it was easy to get into, but I don't know, I just thought it was very clever. Very, very pleasantly surprised.
I've heard a lot of good things about it from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not a new game to me specifically, but Hanabi. Recently played it again.
Nice.
I think it's a great co-op game. It's relatively intuitive.
I'm trying to remember if I played that.
I lent it to you, I think, for like a trip.
That was when I played the Lord of the Rings, but I don't think I got to it.
That's fair. But yeah.
But I'll get into it.
Cute little game.
Yeah.
Classic.
All right, the Delta Strat asks, what do the pillars that move between regions mean thematically? In Realm of Reckoning, there are literally these pillars that you are moving between the regions. And they determine what essentially you can use to bid in a reckoning. So when a reckoning happens, it happens in one of the 5 regions on the map. Depending upon which pillars are present there means like, if teal is in there, I can use my teal cards, I can use the teal track, I can use the teal wardens. So thematically, basically you have all of these like epicenters of power in the afterlife. So there was once the Queen of All Souls. She had these 5 pillars of rule, radiance, equity, guidance, understanding, and dominion. And these kind of like these ethos, these pillars kind of brought the kingdom together. When she died, they perished and into these 5 separate entities of power. So you have artifacts that kind of resemble each one, or like kind of represent the power of each one. But these essentially represent the power of that faction. And so when one of these 5 factions essentially moves on one of the other regions, it actually is what is sparking the reckoning. Like, so thematically, it's like, pink or radiance is making a power play in the Stone Gardens. And so like that is actually the first thing you do that thematically that's actually what triggers the reckoning. This big conflict is like, this one group is essentially making a power play on a region of the board. So great question. That's what that means. Jacob Wadsworth 449 asks, what's your favorite mechanic in Realm of Reckoning? I know it's been a little while since you played Realm of Reckoning, so
it's been a few months. I also played it very early.
You played an early prototype. We got to get you in a game. We're going to record lots of gameplays when I get back, so you'll get back into it.
I think what I like is like you can score in so many different ways. And you can control what scores at the end based on, what are these called again? Pillars? Not pillars. Yeah.
Yeah, the pillars.
Are chosen.
Yep. Yeah. So you're trying to build these different pillars and different areas around the board. Thematically, it's like you're rebuilding a part of the afterlife, right? You might rebuild the Grand Market in the south, and now all of a sudden coins really matter in this world, and so coins convert to victory points. But there's 19 different places you can build a monument, and so it's just like wildly different from game to game. For me, I really enjoy in games getting a like unique edge on other players, and kind of like carving my like identity of just like, I get to do this thing that no one else can do. And this game has those in these pillars. So when you gain influence in one of the 5 factions, if you're the highest on the track, you get an artifact. And this artifact is an ongoing passive ability that, in this case, every time I get a mercenary card, I draw 2 additional mercenary cards. Mm-hmm. So essentially I'm specializing in mercenary cards. And I like getting one, holding on to it, using it to my advantage as much as possible. And then, hopefully then later I'll build a monument on the thing that makes mercenary cards worth victory points. Anyways, I like getting a specific edge on people.
I have a question. Do you start asymmetric in this game, or is everyone on the same playing field?
Great question. You do start asymmetric. You don't have an asymmetric ability, but you do have a difference in where your acolytes start on the board. You have a difference of your starting influence on influence tracks. So, for example, you are playing the Gilded, which are these nice folks right here, green folks, but they have a yellow accent color, which means, it says literally on your board that you get this, but you have the most power in the yellow faction to start with. The yellow faction is also associated with coins. So you start higher up on the yellow track than any other people, meaning you have an edge on getting the yellow artifact, which will help you get more coins more easily. And so basically you have a head start on getting this artifact that kind of matches with that. You also start with some coins. So you get like a little nudge in a direction that kind of helps you, like, oh, you're playing the Gilded. You might want to think about going for coins this game. It's a good place to start. You definitely don't have to, but you've got a little bit of an edge at the start of the game.
Very cool.
So, let's see. Maybe we'll do 2 more. Okay, what balancing changes have you done to the game after being absolutely crushed by your wife at your own game? So I shared on the Discord that I brought home a prototype. We had my sister-in-law and brother-in-law over to play. And yeah, Sarah, my wife, crushed me. She just absolutely destroyed.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not either. She scored maybe the highest score I've ever seen.
Wow.
And it's she played very well.
Did you change the game after?
No, I did not. I did not change the game afterwards. I only do that when Austin beats me. So
special case.
Honestly, though, it is funny because we have had a lot of conversations. Like, there are 19 different scoring mechanics in this game, so it has been quite a journey towards balancing all of those because you make some changes, and then you realize after a while it's like, oh, no one's taken the Warden Monument for a while, and like, it's not good enough. Like, it doesn't seem good enough, at least, and so then you make a change, and then we would very often. I feel like we're pretty competitive. Once a game starts really getting solidified, me, Max, and Austin start to get pretty competitive because we play it a lot. And one of us will like entrench ourselves in a strategy and then just get absolutely wrecked. And then we just spend a while arguing about whether or not that strategy needs a buff because that person lost. Not me though. I would never do that. That doesn't sound like me. I would never.
That's why you play test.
Yeah. Let's see. Maximilian asks, what are your favorite and least favorite aspects of making games?
Well, I don't make games, so I think this is a you question.
I mean, you work at a company that makes games. You are a part of the process of us making games. So for you, what's your favorite part of that like overall process? There's a certain moment in a game where it is like, this is tough. There's like 2 tied moments. Like this moment right now where I see it all in front of me and it just like, it all came together and you can see it. That part is very satisfying. It just like, it's great. You get to play it and it exists. And that is a very satisfying feeling. But
the first prototype.
Yeah. And the nice thing about that is you don't have I don't enjoy getting like the mass production copies because then it's like you're poring over every detail and like you gotta like commit, and commitment is hard because if you make a mistake, it's gonna be there. So it's very stressful.
That's my least favorite one too.
Yeah. But then there's this other moment. It's kind of when the game is like still in this nebulous state where you're just like, the sky's the limit, you're just dreaming and anything is possible and you haven't really play tested much and so nothing is terrible yet and it's just pure imagination. I like that moment as well too. And then you play test it and then everything is awful. and
then you make changes.
And then you make changes
10 times.
And then you have to kill your darlings and it
kill the rondel.
It slowly goes away from that like dreamlike state and then you're just trying to like claw your way back to that fictional version of the game that is perfect in your mind. And then that's the struggle that you get stuck in for a while until you get to this moment where you're like, it's fun now and it looks pretty and so those are the best moments for me.
Okay, least one was, like you said, mass production. It's just so stressful.
Yeah.
Getting everything right. Because one mistake can have such a big ripple.
Yes. Maybe you're rushing to reprint new boxes or something because of a typo. And then, yeah. Or remake dice because the colors are wrong. Stuff like that. It's just not, it's not a good time.
I think I like seeing the artwork designs.
Seeing those roll in? Goes from our terrible temp art version to like, whoa.
Yeah, I
What
feel
an
like I
upgrade.
envision the theme of the game better whenever I see the art and the designs
yeah.
come to life. So that's probably my favorite part.
Yep. Yeah, for a while it's just like an ethereal vibe in my brain that I half communicate to everyone, and they're just like, maybe, I guess it'll look cool. I don't know.
Yeah. Zach always comes through the designs. Like he always finds great artists, and
Thank you.
I trust him
Yes.
entirely.
Well, but still, it's just like, there's kind of that like trust me vibe. It's gonna look good. It's like always like talking to Sam, and I'm just like, what about this artist? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, no, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be good. No, Sam trusts me, but also sometimes he's like, maybe it's too weird. Maybe you've gone too far. And I'm like, maybe I have gone too far. But no.
That's far, no. Maybe you haven't gone far enough yet.
Maybe not. Should we get weirder? I would love to get weirder.
I think it'd be fun, actually.
Yeah?
You just need a really weird game to go with it.
More experimental, more avant-garde. You know, it'd be fun. Like I've never seen like a collage aesthetic. There's a lot of like collage artists that I follow and really love that just like stitch a bunch of like pieces of things together to make like really interesting art. I think that'd be cool.
How do you feel about those overlaying cards?
Overlay.
Plastic ones, kind of like canvas.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't played Canvas. I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
But it looks cool.
I feel like you can do a collage with that kind of.
Oh,
Kinda
you're
work.
making your own collage. Ooh, now we're cooking.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Anyways,
Anyways,
is that the last question?
that was the last question I had. Yeah. Let me check Discord real quick. See if any poured in while we're. What do you got coming up though? While I look.
What do I have coming up? I'm going to order patches. And then Sam and I were iterating on different bags for GenCon. As you know, we have great bags
Oh, I saw them
at
out
the
in the
cons.
hall.
Yeah. That's the first iteration.
I think they look great.
I think so too.
I want one.
I'm not sure if we're going to change it.
Why would you change it? Sam and not like them?
I think a different color. They're going to be green, a shade of green.
Yeah, they're very gray right now.
Yeah,
The green's not really coming
not
through.
as green. But we'll see if we can get another sample. I don't think we can. I think we have to order it and make sure they make
just
them die.
wish upon a star that it'll look great.
It's going to look great nevertheless. It's a great bag.
Yeah. Is it a backpack? Is it a satchel?
It is a tote,
Tote?
with a zipper.
Tote with a zipper?
Yeah.
A luxury tote?
It looks pretty good. You can slide it onto your luggage. It has the back pocket. And it has 2 different settings. So, yeah, it's going to be great.
Just the only other questions that we got are from Austin.
Oh, psh.
So they're just, why is Lily so good at beating Zac at games?
When did this happen?
One, she's just better at me at games. Who is your favorite coworker and why is it Dane?
It's always Dane.
The French toast. And I'm jealous of his. He's got that nice like salt and pepper, like just the whites coming in his hair. I think it's just a good look, and I'm never gonna get there.
I feel like Dane's a very refined gentleman.
He is, and I will never. My hair will be gone before I get that. So.
It's not a look to rock.
Just bald.
Yeah, there are plenty of handsome bald men out there. I am not lying. There are plenty of them.
That's nice, but I'm not. I'm not looking forward to that. But I hear people are going to Turkey and they're just getting the full thing done.
Full transplant.
Maybe Kickstarter to send me to Turkey to get just like a nice full head of hair again someday.
Help Zach get his hair back.
Yep, it'll be great.
Also, Sassy Dane on Friday.
Oh,
So good.
Friday Dane. Friday,
Friday.
as we call him.
Another reason to love.
He
Dane.
turns into a totally different person on Slack. Very spicy.
Also Discord.
Also
Sometimes.
Discord. Yeah. So that's Friday and it's tomorrow. So everybody go tag Dane and see if you can get some spicy Friday in your life?
He's in UK right now. Oh, UKGE.
UKGE. Oh my goodness, we should have led with that. We're not there though, so it doesn't matter.
No,
that's not true. Dane and Austin are there, and so if you are in the UK, you could experience Friday
In person.
in person.
That's a special moment.
It really is. Very few of us. I mean, Dane doesn't work in Nashville, so we don't even get to experience Friday in person very often. But yes, they are there. They have games.
They have a booth.
And they would love to talk to you. So go give them a high five, a hug, and a smile. And
nice.
now I'm gonna go finish my work, and then go to Mexico tomorrow. And I will see you all when I get back.
Next week?
Yeah, thanks for
Maybe.
being here. Maybe.
We'll see.
Give us some questions.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.